Hello students and welcome to the class. I am your history teacher Manoj Arora. Today we will be starting a new chapter that is Bhakti Sufi traditions. Before I start this chapter, I hope you all will be fine at your homes, taking care of your family as well as of yourself. Now coming to the chapter Bhakti Sufi traditions. This chapter has been divided into two parts, Bhakti traditions and the Sufi traditions. That means we are going to study about Hinduism as well as Islam. What has been the long history? If you see, the period is from 8 to 18th century. That means near about 1000 years, 1 millennium. We are going to study what changes were found during this time. If I talk about the mid first millennium CE, it saw a lot of stupas, temples, monasteries. The entire landscape was dotted with such religious things. Now, in order to reconstruct those religions, the Vedas were used, the ancient scriptures were used, literatures were used. These were the old things. When we relied upon the Vedas or the religious books which were written by the ancient people, our Mahatmas, our Rishi Munis, those who thousands of years before, those who had written all these religious books. But at the same time, there are certain new sources also. What are these new sources? According to these new sources, these were the people, these were the followers, those who attached to this religion with the passage of time. These new people, those who added as poet saints, they had created their own books, they had created their own literature. Now, if I talk about the traditions were fluid. What does it mean that traditions were fluid? That means the followers, those who were following these traditions, there were certain times that they had removed some unwanted practices from the traditions and added some new practices. That means it depended upon the followers that what practices were to be kept, whether they were to be kept or not, or which practices were to be changed, which new practices were to be brought. That's why it is told that the traditions are fluid. Even the hagiographies were also written. What are the hagiographies? The biography of the religious people is called hagiography. Hagiographies were generally written by the saints, by the followers, about their gurus, about their gods, about their the path shower. And many a times, no wonder that they had written in an exaggerated form. That's why written that it may not be accurate. If we study the hagiographies, they may not be accurate, but at least they give the glimpse of that era, of that religion, of those practices. Integration of the cults. This was a time which was most challenging for the Brahmanas. How? The new religions were coming up, which did not believe in caste, which did not believe in your religion, which did not believe in your earlier social category. They accepted you blindly. Now this was a challenge to Brahmanism. Now what did the Brahmanas do? They started two different practices. Two processes were there. Number one, they started disseminating the ideas to the people to whom earlier there was no access, like the Shudras and the women. Earlier the women and the Shudras were not allowed. They were not allowed to listen to the Vedas, to read Vedas. But as the Brahmanas saw the competition, as they saw the people were moving towards the other religion and they did not want Hinduism to get weakened, they gave access to these barred classes also, which were not having any access earlier, the Shudras and the women. At the same time, the Brahmanas reworked on the practices. Again the same point, that because they did not want to lose the followers, they started reworking on the practices. And we can see the regional practices. The way Vishnu, for example, the way Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, is shown in the north is completely different to that what he is shown in the south. Now these were certain regional variations which were coming up at that time. If I talk about the differences and conflicts, a new concept of worship came up, that was the tantric practices. Now why it was accepted and why it got famous? Again I would come to the same point, because it did not ask about your caste, it did not ask about your sex, it did not ask about your social category. You can simply follow tantric practices, although the Brahmanas never accepted or gave any kind of legitimacy to these kinds of practices. If I talk about the rise of tantric practices, IAS, Indra, Agni and Som, they became the marginalized figures. Earlier, the main mantras which were written, they were written in the worship of these gods. But slowly and slowly as the time passed on, Shaivism and Vaishnavism got strong. At the same time, Buddhism and Jainism also was rooting up and creating its roots, strong roots in that area. The Vedas commanded the authorities, always. Even when these Agni, Indra and Som, they were marginalized, even then also, the Vedas had their own supremacy, their own command in that area, in any of the Hinduism group. But the Tantrics, they did not accept the authority of the Vedas. They went on with their own ways, and there were a lot of people, those who wanted to follow tantric practices. As I told, that they were not asked about their caste or religion or gender or anything. They were not asked. Now, this, as I told, that it was condemned by Brahmanas. This was a time when Buddhism and Jainism also stood against the Brahmanas. If I talk about Buddhism and Jainism, they came up. They totally rejected the authority of the Vedas. I taught you in chapter number 4, where we studied about stupas, where we studied about that the chapter was thinkers, beliefs and buildings. If I talk about that chapter, in that chapter also I told that Buddhism and Jainism had always denied the authority of the Vedas. They denied the class system. They denied the social category system. They accepted each and everyone, those who came to accept. Because of this, the Brahmanas had to face competition. Now, there is a long history of the devotional worship. This history, as I told earlier in the chapter, in this video only, that this history was created either by the literature, the devotional literature, the literature, religious literature, which was written earlier, or from the hagiographies which were written in the later time. These all together constructed the history of the religion. For today we will do this much only. I request you to read NCERT book. At the same time I request you to put your maximum time in studies. At the same time, please do like and subscribe my channel. If you have got any problems, write in the comment box, or you can ask in the classes arranged by the school every morning. Thank you very much. God bless you.